Autism spectrum disorders. Autism spectrum disorders, or otherwise ASD, is a range of complex neurodevelopmental disorders. Disorders are characterized by social impairments, communication difficulties, and restricted, repetitive, and stereotyped patterns of behavior. So we have the impairment of socialization, impairment in communication, restrictive and repetitive behaviors. These repetitive behaviors are important for the child as it helps them organize their life. Biological and neurodevelopmental disorder that impacts on processing information, attention and shifting, basic social behaviors, interaction with learning, and the environment. Here we see what we call the triad of impairments. So the child appears unresponsive, absent or unusual eye contact, gestures and expressions, does not spontaneously share interests or enjoyment, has unusual, repetitive language, cannot initiate or sustain a conversation, delayed or impoverished language development, does not play make-believe or pretend, unusual or repetitive gestures or actions, rigid routines, fascination with object parts, preoccupation with narrow interests, does not make friends with peers, but may be skilled in some non-social domains such as music, art, computers. Why do children with ASD need to be included in classroom? In order to prepare all students for employment and independent living. Students need socialization skills and independent functioning. Students with ASD don't typically lose their job because of lack of job skills. They typically lose their job because of lack of socialization skills. To develop socialization skills, you must have social opportunities. Research indicates that there is improved outcomes when students with ASD are integrated with their typical peers. This leads to independence. Developing tolerance. Use sensitivity training with staff. Model tolerance and inclusion. Think about ways to support differences in children. And develop a plan to include children with differences. Can you see two animals? I can assure you we can see the picture of the frog, but if you turn your head slightly, you'll see another animal. Whilst trying to achieve this, how are you starting to feel? Are you starting to feel anxious, stupid, nervous, frustrated? It's a visual processing problem. It's not always a motivational issue. Anxiety and pressure may lead to behavior problems. Motivation versus ability. Can the student do something, or they're just tired of working so hard that something others can do easily? So if you turn the picture of the frog to 90 degrees, you'll see a horse's head. Sensitivity awareness. Do we need to plan sensitivity awareness training for our building, for students, staff and community? Can we plan something for Autism Awareness Month, April? It's not too early to start thinking about this. Evidence-based practices, teaching intervention strategies. We use social narratives, visual strategies. We teach self-management, prompting, and reinforcing. Quick tips to effectively support children with ASD. Use peers to assist children with ASD. In other words, develop a buddy program. Children learn best by copying other children. Assist the child with communication by providing a break card or using pictures or written language. All behavior is communication. Teach children about peers' social expectations and language. Use or refer to the profile of change and use a team-based approach. Duties of the team include to develop, review and be cognizant in the guiding principles, meet at least monthly, meet as problems arise, and take issues to the team rather than the hallway or staff room. Remember, our attitude affects the children's performance.